Okay, now we're going to do eyes. So with eyes, you're going to get your one of your eyeshadow palettes. And what you're going to want to look for is a color kind of like, I don't know, kind of like a little bit darker than your skin tone, but not like super dark. But you also don't want to go super light. You don't want like that or that. You want kind of, I don't know, like like I said, a little bit lighter than your skin tone. That actually looks darker on here than it really is. And if you have it in like a matte color as opposed to a shimmer, use that, because we'll put a little shimmer on here in just a second. But what you're going to do is you're going to take a somewhat stiff eyeshadow brush, not super stiff, but kind of stiff, not fluffy. And you're going to get a little bit of that color. Now, sometimes if you find that you've got a color, but it might be a little bit dark and you want to lighten it up a little bit, go ahead and grab something a little bit lighter that's also matte. Like I tend to mix that with this little matte pink that I have, and it just lightens it up a little bit. And you're going to want to go onto your lid with it. And then we want to go up over the top. And you want to come almost to your eyebrow, but not quite. Because see, what I've been learning is as we age, our eyes get more and more hooded. And so you want to come up to, up here with it so that you can actually see the color. So go ahead and kind of do your eyelid first. And the term that a lot of the makeup ladies on TikTok use that do the over 50 makeup is you're going to go up and over the hill, up and over the hill. So as you can see, I'm going pretty close to my eyebrow, but not quite. And see, that way, when I open my eyes, you're seeing that color. Okay? So once we have that, now you're going to find a shade that's a little bit darker than that, not super dark. So see, like this is what I used on my lid, and then this is what I'm using. Gosh, that looks so much darker than it really is. But this is the next shade that I use. It's also a matte color. I try to stick with the matte colors as opposed to the shimmers until I put a little bit of shimmer on my eyelid. So I'm going to take a little bit of that. Now this, if you've got a little bit stiffer brush again, but try not to use, I guess you can use the same one that you just used. Just try to clean it off a little bit first. But you'll take a little bit of that color there. And we're going to go along that top. This looks so much darker on this camera than it really is. So you're going to be like in the crease, but you're going to also go up over the crease. And now, if that seems a little dark for you, like this is feeling a little dark for me right now, what you do is clean that brush off really good. I keep a rag. I have a rag that I keep in here. And I clean that off really good. And then I go back over it. And I press a little harder on it this time because I'm trying to blend it out. There, now that looks better. See, after I blended it, how much better that looks now compared to that side. So, like I said, clean that brush off, or you can use a different brush. And press a little bit harder on it this time. And we're going to blend that. There you go. Now see, when my eyes are open, you're able to see that color. So that's the key to it, is to make sure we're coming up over where our hood is so that you can see that color. And now, you're going to find you a pretty little shimmer color. Doesn't have to be, you know, just something that kind of shimmers a little bit and goes with what color you're using. So I've got this really light color right here. That's a shimmer. And I just put a little bit of that on my finger. And go right here. Just kind of right in that center part of your lid. That's it. Just that little bit. Right in the center. So here's where we're at now. So we've got the color that we can see up here. We've got a little shimmer on our eyes there. And that's eyeshadow. Next we'll do liner.